Now me, Austin Dunham, I am not a quitter at all, but I've had my fair share of times where I've almost quit calisthenics, and that's precisely 2 times within this past 8 years. If you haven't already saw my 8-year timeline video, go ahead and watch that first. But in this video, I'm gonna share with you the times of how I almost quit calisthenics, why it happened, and how I recovered from that. Starting first in 2014. This was literally only 2 months after I started my calisthenics journey, guys. I was already seeing progress. I was building my reps up. My friends already knew what I was doing. They were in on my sort of routine I was doing and tracking my progress with me, right? So I was very heavily involved in this. However, I was a freshman in college, right? 18 years old. And then we had something come up. It's finals week. Finals week in college is a time frame where everybody stops doing everything. Stop going to the gym, stop going out with your friends, you stop going to the mall, the world stops and you're just studying. So with that being said, I was like, okay, I've been doing this calisthenics things for 2 months now. Let me go ahead and stop what I'm doing just for this finals week. However, it wasn't just for that week. It turned into 2 weeks, turned into 3 weeks, now turned into 4 weeks, guys. All because I stopped for 1 week, which overall stopped my momentum in the 2-month time period I was training. I started to lose my progress, my little bit of muscle progress I was doing. I lost it all. I lost my strength progress, and I overall was regressing back to that standard lifestyle I had before I started calisthenics. And I didn't like it. And it all stopped when one day, after I was like going out the community dorm showers, my friend stopped me and he was like, hey man, how's your calisthenics progress been going? You haven't really been talking about it as much. And I told him, this was a lie by the way, I was like, yes, it's been going good, man. Actually my reps are up. I'm still getting stronger. Like I'm working on this, working on that. It was a bold-faced lie, guys. And then he was like, oh, dope, man. Well, we can actually do a workout here soon, blah, blah, blah. And then we left from there. Now, I'm also not a quitter or definitely not a liar, but in that point in time, I felt so bad for just lying about my progress because in actuality, I haven't even trained within the month at all, right? I really thought I was gonna quit doing calisthenics altogether. So literally 30 minutes after that conversation, I grabbed my stuff and I walked about a mile to the recreational gym that I had on campus, and I went back to my beginner routine that I was doing. It was definitely difficult, it was tough, but in the end, I recovered and I never, ever quitted again. So the truth is, after that, I've really never quit again. If I had to miss a workout, if I skipped a week or a few days, whatever, I always made up for it in some sort of way, I promise you. It wasn't until 2021 where that all changed. If you watch my 8-year video, I kind of explained how in 2021, I started doing a lot more gym workouts than doing calisthenics workouts. And it really just came down to one, I didn't have the gym I was normally going to because it closed down, and I was able to do a lot of calisthenics there. Started going to more of a commercial gym, Crunch Fitness, if you guys are familiar with that. And with that being said, a lot of people don't do calisthenics in these gyms at all. So I almost felt like a little out of place if I was to do any of my bodyweight training. So with that being said, just out of pure laziness and not wanting to draw attention to myself, I will always go in there and do these weightlifting based sort of routines, kind of pump chasing routines, right? Just chasing a pump, really no goals, no sort of drive behind the workout. It was just kind of just in and out, just blah, 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 bam. And then I'm looking back, it's been like 3, 5, 6 months. And I'm like, when's the last time I've done like a solid calisthenics progression? When's the last time I got up and did some handstand push-ups? When's the last time I actually done any of this stuff? And I thought about it. It's been like quite a long time. And I was like, damn, did I quit calisthenics? Like, have I stopped? And I didn't like that thought at all because at the end of the day, because I was doing these pump-driven, boring gym workouts, it almost led me to having no motivation to even go out and work out at the gym. And it reminded me of a time in 2012 where I had the same feeling, right? And that's why I was able to stay so consistent with calisthenics in 2014 and beyond, is because when it comes to just weightlifting workouts, I cannot stay consistent. I don't know what it is. I'm still trying to figure out what it is, guys. But for some reason, I always found the most joy in doing calisthenics. So I was like, how can I bring back the fun in my workouts? Number one, I have to change my environment. So what I started doing is every single Monday, going to the calisthenics part, no weights, nothing, and doing a body weight workout so that I can get back in the groove. Yeah, I could have done the body weight workout at the gym, but remember, I didn't want to draw attention to myself. And two, that environment is just not conducive to like meaningful calisthenics training. So one day a week, I would dedicate myself to going to the park where I can actually do it. Then once I started doing that for a little bit, I went back to the gym and started doing what I like to call my hybrid calisthenics routine, in where I would make some gym workouts, weighted calisthenics, and bodyweight training, all within a little trifecta system. And that's where I started finding joy for my workouts again, staying consistent. And even here and there, I was doing a lot more calisthenics within my workouts in regards to percentages, like, 70% bodyweight training, 20% weighted calisthenics, and 10% weightlifting started becoming more of the shift. And that's where I've always found the most fun and enjoyment. And now, through my training as of now, I combine absolutely everything in the hybrid calisthenics sort of trifecta as I described before. So like I said at the beginning, I'm definitely not a quitter, and I've always recovered from my quitting or lack of motivation or lack of drive sort of phases. And I also made this video so that you guys can know too, even your favorite influencers, your favorite fitness creators, none of them are 100% completely motivated to train all the time. I've met a lot of people throughout this time frame of now almost a decade of doing this, and nobody's ever motivated to train all the time, guys. People take breaks. Some people quit altogether, but it's about the ones who recover. Always figure out a way on how you can recover and bring back that drive and motivation, because consistency at the end of the day will rule all. It doesn't matter what you do, and that includes with calisthenics in itself. Subscribe, like the video. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.